Hey, my scrappy friends, I have a SpiegelMom Scraps layout for you today, and I am going to be talking a little bit about the mixed media while I kind of get this situated. Hopefully I won't forget what to tell you because I already did this voiceover to find out that it did not record, so I was in essence talking to myself. Don't you just love that? Anyway, so I took clear gesso and put it on that white cardstock and then used blue watercolor. And I just used a big brush. I thought I had recorded me doing the mixed media, but apparently I did not. I don't know how that happened, except for I maybe thought I pressed. Sometimes I think I press record and I really don't. So unfortunately, you don't get to see that process, but I just, like I said, took blue watercolor. I was really wanting to use my watercolors, and I used the concentrated ones that are in the tube. So they're kind of like acrylic paint. Of course, I can't get this straight for the life of me. So that background paper is actually from a paper pad. I think it's Pink Haze. No. I want to say Pink Paisley, but I don't think it is. It's I want to say it's the Front Porch collection. It's an older one and I only have a paper pad. So I took it out a while ago. No, I took it out when I was doing a whole bunch of I was cutting a whole bunch of on the silhouette leaves. So which make an appearance in this layout. So yay. I went through and I just cut a whole bunch of leaves in just lots of different colors, pattern papers that are older that looked more fall-like. So now I'm just kind of ruffling the edges just because I want that look a little bit, though I probably could have did a little bit more because looking at it, it doesn't look very ruffled. Now I also took some ochre paint. So that's kind of like that dull yellow. I really like that color for fall time. It's just really pretty and it works well because it looks like dead leaves. And I just kind of dropped it with my paintbrush and did some splatters. And then I also took some red and mixed it in with some brown and made like a really dark red basically. And I did some smaller splatters with that. So I used a smaller paintbrush to get that. And then I took some of the textures in Marigold Digger, and that is a texture paste that has stuff in it. So it's really, really cool. It kind of reminded me of like having like pebbles and stuff laying around your yard in the fall time because you notice that kind of stuff. Well, and in our yard, we had tons of rocks. Like, oh my gosh, tons of rocks. From what I've heard from the locals, there was a glacier at one point that came through here, and so that is why in our area we have tons of rocks, apparently. I don't really know, but that's what they say. So I'm working on my layers right now. But anyway, oh yeah, I was wanting to talk a little bit about the fact that I use the texture. So I mix the textures with regular texture paste because it's really creamy and I was afraid that it was going to slip underneath the stencil because I used the silhouette cut, what I had, the negative space, and I used that for a stencil, which is a really good way to use what, like a lot of times we cut these stuff out and then we have this paper that has this image, and what do we do with it? Like a lot of times I throw mine away unless it's a paper that I think I'm going to use again. I mean, I know Ari, she uses it to like just put on her layout, and like you totally could do that. So I did that just to make it a little bit firmer. It did lighten up the color, which is fine. It looks very autumny, and I really love how it turned out. So I did too, because two is better than one, right? Yes, so now I'm working on the layers, and I want to add this piece here, but it doesn't make it on yet. That's a piece of ephemera from Maggie Holmes, and it just has photography words on it, and I really like it. I pulled out some other pieces that I thought I might use, but I don't end up using them. I do use that clip though there from Pink Paisley. That was from last year, their autumn line that they put out. That I still have a few pieces of paper. I need to pull it out so I can use it this fall. Because I bought some and I didn't use it all. Because I got it near the end of the fall season. Because, yeah. Anyway, so I have this vellum piece too, and I want to use it. And I'm thinking it's going to look good up at the top, but I don't put it down. And I do end up using it up at the top, but I end up layering it with, ta-da, these leaves. Now, okay, so the reason why this is pretty much all assembled, just ready for me to put it down, is because I was having a really hard time figuring out how I was going to use that green leaf down at the bottom, which is pretty much the exact same leaf that is in my tree picture, my leaf picture. And I just couldn't get it to work, so I had to turn the camera off. I had to walk away, do something else, come back. And so when I kind of was playing around, I found some configurations for some other leaves, and so I just stapled 2 leaves together with some gold twine and an acorn. So the top one has like a plasticky acorn, and then the bottom one has an actual paper one. So it worked out really nicely, and those will end up. So now I'm thinking, hey, I have some of these leaves on this Maggie Holmes open book rub-ons. Maybe I'll use some of these. The gold one did not work. I tried to do the gold twice, and so that black one works. So I think, well, maybe this other one will work because this isn't gold. And because, you know, I just am super ambitious or whatever, I decide, or brave maybe is a word, I decide to do it on the photo and not the whole thing comes out. I was kind of irritated, but you know, whatever. That's how it works. I should have known that was going to happen because it wasn't rubbing off. The gold ones were completely dried out, I think is really what happened. So who knows? From, see, like even here I'm playing with it and I'm like, okay, I like it like this. I have that clip on with that little round heart, and I just like that leaf picking out just a little bit. I stick the tag underneath, and so I stick some thread in there, get it kind of taped down, and there we go. I will, did I put the dimensional? No, here I go. So I'm going to put this on there, and I double it because it's really thin. It's just dimensional foam from the dollar store. So I went to the dollar store, got a pack. It was like $1 for, I don't know, quite a bit of different colors. So here's where I decide to use that. And I really like using this because this layout is really just about me taking pictures and my love for taking pictures of this tree. So we have this tree in our yard, and it's beautiful. It's still a baby-ish tree. I mean, it's pretty thick, but it's still in its baby years if you think about trees and how long they live. But it's gorgeous. It has gorgeous leaves. It has like these red leaves and stuff, like, and it's gorgeous. And it started turning at the very end of August, the beginning of September. And so this is when I started taking pictures. So this one is like the beginning of September when it first started taking or changing, and I just started taking pictures, and like almost every day, not every day, maybe every few days, I go outside and I take pictures of my leaves because I'm getting this progression. I don't know why I feel like I have to go do it, except for I just love taking photos. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I will just go outside and I'll just walk around my yard. I'll get on the ground. Of course, it's really hard now with a puppy because I get on the ground and she thinks that she needs to come run over and play with me, and so that makes it a little bit difficult. But I will take pictures of dandelions with the fuzzies on them, like when they're ready to blow. And I'll just take random pictures. I take lots of different shots, different type of angles of my tree, and this is just how I get better. I may never use all of these photos, but I've been taking them. And it really is just getting me to play with my camera. And I really, really, really enjoy photography and just taking fun shots. And like I said, sometimes you get these really cool shots, and sometimes you get shots that you can just put on a layout and talk about how you like to take pictures of leaves that are changing. But I think it'll be really fun at the end of the season to see, you know, it started out this way. Now it's pretty much at peak, but then when the trees all the leaves are off. So now I'm adding these cork, now that I've rambled on and on. I'm adding these Cork Butterflies. I just like the texture that it gives. I put them on pop dots so that they kind of look like they're flying. I really just think the cork makes it feel like fall time, so that's kind of why I use them. Because otherwise, I don't really think. Of course, butterflies do change, so you know. Okay, so I did the title, and I just use We Are Memory Keepers Wildflower. That's kind of like a fall type of line. It feels fall-like to me. It had that navy color, and I just put autumn in the air. I didn't do anything super special with it. I used the Studio Calico Gold alphas. I really love them. They're like one of my favorites. I have 2 packs because I love them so much. And so now I'm just scattering my sequins that I got from the store. I hope you guys, if you guys are interested in trying out any of the Shimmerz products and stuff, she has lots of them. She has lots of sequins too. And all of her stuff is on sale right now. So if you go over to the store and you buy something, you'll get it on sale. And if you use my code, Hannah15, which I'll have in the description box below with a link to her store, you can get 15% off of your order. Who doesn't love to get money off of their order? I know I do. Like, I only want to shop at stores that let me get discounts because that's fun, right? We all want to feel like we saved money. But anyway, and also it just lets her know that, you know, we're getting the word out that we're doing our job. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough of my spiel. I love the SpiegelMom Scraps store. It's filled with lots of yummy goodies. And stuff that's not that expensive. So you can get a few things and feel like, oh, I got something fun. And, you know, it lasts you forever. So here are the close-ups. You'll see lots of close-ups of all the layers and everything that I did. I am sorry that there was a few parts that you didn't get to see. But that's just kind of how it works sometimes when it's hard to get everything together. But anyway, if you stop over to the blog, you can read a lot about the mixed media aspect of this. I kind of talk a lot about that in my blog post over there. So I'll have the link below, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks with another SpiegelMom Scraps. But I'll have a lot of other videos on my channel this coming week. I have some fun stuff coming, and I will see you guys later. Bye.